Hi, everybody. I'm Kashana Cauley, and I'm here tonight to read from McSweeney's 63, which I have a letter in. I write mostly for TV these days. I'm writing for The Great North, which is on Fox. My episode just aired. It's about a blizzard, and everybody gets lost in it. And there are some very frisky snowflakes that like to whiten people's branches, if you guys know what I mean. I have been a contributing writer for the New York Times. I used to write for The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. And I just sold my first novel. It's called The Survivalists. It's going to be out on Soft Skull Press sometime in the indefinite future. So get excited about a date that isn't fixed yet, guys. I'm excited. It's about a bunch of, I would call them Afrocentric doomsday preppers. A woman who's decided she's going to be single for the rest of her life is like, I'm never going to meet anybody. And then she meets this fantastic guy, and it turns out that, like all fantastic guys, he's an Afrocentric doomsday prepper. So that's what my novel's about. Look for it on Soft Skull Press someday. And I'm also on Twitter at Kashana Cauley, if you want to find me. We talk about all sorts of fun stuff over there. So I'm going to read from 63 tonight. You can ask questions as we go. You can ask questions afterwards. You can type them in. I don't mind answering questions whenever. I love to chat. What else is up? This is part of an Instagram live series of virtual readings that McSweeney's has been doing for like a year. And people should check back throughout the month for more. Jessie Jaziska Stevens will be reading on Thursday night, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern. She's got a fun letter in 63 also. These readings are also saved on Instagram, so if you want to go back and see my lovely bedroom here one more time, you could do that. And so there's also a discount for the issue. If you watch this, you get, a discount for subscriptions to the quarterly. It's 20% off. It's, the code is woodcarving, WOODCARVING. So that's what's up. I'm going to read my piece in here. It's a letter to McSweeney's. It's about a topic that I think a lot of you might know and be familiar with. It's about being stuck inside. Here you go. Dear McSweeney's, I'm writing to you from my living room, where I sit after flying in from my kitchen, following a 7-hour layover in my bedroom. The kitchen, like so many other vacation spots, is full of overpriced bananas and underrated cheese. In this year of not going anywhere, I've gotten really fixated on that Corona Beer Find Your Beach ad, because I like the idea that I can close my eyes and find myself on a beach instead of the apartment where I've been stuck since March. But 9 months of picturing a beach without one magically appearing in front of me left me convinced that beaches can't possibly exist anymore. So I figured I might as well unload 10 pounds of sand onto my bedroom floor, mount a UV lamp on the ceiling, and make do. While I wait for the dump truck to come by, I've been keeping myself busy by deciding that every vacation I've ever taken was fantastic, especially the terrible ones. Don't you miss a good old terrible vacation? I do. My head dances with visions of $7 airport apples purchased amid ear-splitting overhead announcements that order people who've fallen half asleep in rock-hard chairs to get their asses on that plane to Phoenix that's leaving right now, while the gate for my flight changes 4 more times. I'm dying to share an armrest with someone who's sure that for the price of their seat they actually get a seat and a half and is crushing me with the force of cheese on a grater. I can't wait to get off the plane to discover that my car rental company is just a little too cheap to send a shuttle to the airport, so I have to walk 3 miles to its counter while taking in a scenic view of garbage and weeds. Please, hand me a rental car with a service-needed light that blinks at random and an engine that clicks like a metronome on ketamine. I'll use it to drive to one of those Airbnbs where somebody's nosy neighbor takes a long look at my large black self and says some shit like, "Oh, you're staying with friends? Oh, you have friends? Now I've heard everything." But I don't need an airport or a shitty rental car or racist temporary neighbors to be happy. I'd be thrilled to take a vacation within Los Angeles, where I live. What I wouldn't give to take a vacation to the Thai place down the street that I used to go to so often they knew me on sight. I'd sit around breathing other people's air while eating spring rolls and the garlic noodles they make hot enough to blow a hole in my chest. Or maybe I'd take a nighttime vacation to feel the thrill of breaking the curfew the city imposed last week. As a person who has not gone out in months, I completely understand why the coronavirus might wait to patiently to enter a club at the dark hour of 10:01 p.m., throw back a drink, and get busy on the dance floor. But I know the first vacation I'll actually take when this is over. I will run out of toilet paper, and instead of going online to find that online has run out of toilet paper again, I will drive to a store that now seems as foreign as anywhere that I've ever traveled to. The sand will be the tan, speckled tile floors, the sun a dose of fluorescent light beaming down from overhead. People will wash toward and away from me in waves instead of maintaining a space between us equivalent to whatever we all think 6 feet is. If they're wearing masks, it will be because Mardi Gras is happening in aisle 8. I will grab the toilet paper while making sure to touch as many surfaces as I can and licking the rest. I will leave the store and look up at the sky and feel very thankful for my parking lot beach. Yours from my bedroom beach, Kashana Cauley. So that's all. The Airbnb thing actually happened. I think somebody suspected I was staying in an Airbnb and I told them I was staying with friends. And she's like, "Oh, you have friends? Oh, now I've heard everything," which was one of the more hilarious events of my life. And I do miss bad vacations. I haven't taken a vacation in 2 years. I've been working. I've been sitting at home. And man, what I wouldn't kill to just be like standing in front of an overpriced buffet, like wondering just how bad the food is. You know what I mean? I sincerely hope that all of you are taking vacations of some sort in the foreseeable future. It's funny because I wrote this back when we were really, really stuck in quarantine in LA, and they were just like, "Don't leave the house. If you leave the house, someone will breathe on you and you will die." And so it's wild to be sort of out of there. We're doing okay with COVID. Like, people went and got their shots. And so you can go outside and not be, like, afraid. I think we're, like, #1 in the country now. So please, I'm sure, we're a great place to vacation if you're looking for one. Because people, if they breathe on you, nothing will happen. If any of you have any questions, I'm happy to answer questions. Otherwise, I'm here to remind you again that we're given a 20% discount on subscriptions to the quarterly if you use the code woodcarving, WOODCARVING, and that Jessie Jazuska Stevens will be reading next. She's up on Thursday night at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. And in general, there will be more readings for issue 63, and you should check back throughout the month to the McSweeney's Instagram page, and you'll see who's up. But yeah, and there's a bunch of past readings on the Instagram. So that's it. It's really nice to meet all of you. I hope you enjoyed the reading, written in one sitting. Drafts. We went through like 5 drafts of this. I just wanted to write about like wanting to take a vacation. It had just been one of those like, we were 6 months in and yeah, you know what I mean? But we did like 5 drafts of this. Editors are the best. You sit there, no matter how good you are, you sit there, you repeat yourself, you don't make any sense, you think your inside jokes are understandable to America. Editors are the best. Any more questions? Well, if nobody's got any more questions, I mean, enjoy your nights. This was a pleasure. Thanks so much for coming and for supporting McSweeney's. Have a good night, y'all.